great program. We know that. Saw Coach Jeffries and Coach Pugh on the field after the game, obviously along with Coach Barry. And proud program that has tradition. There's a reason they've played for the national championship the last year and in previous years as well. And they had that kind of team this year as well. Certainly really appreciate our fans. That was amazing. To one, even going into the game, for that game to be sold out, for us to sell the most number of student tickets or requested student tickets in the history of home games, I think. The traffic coming in, I know people don't like sitting in it. I'm sure people are complaining about the traffic. I don't control the traffic flow, but the traffic coming in was as backed up as I've ever seen it in all my years of being here. The Gamecock walk, the energy on that. There was a lot of passion. The sweet South Carolina State lady that shot me the middle finger as we came by on the bus down Bluff Road. Respect her. She was passionate as well. People were into it, and that was awesome. I didn't know quite what to expect with the weather delay from our fans. I should have, though, knowing our fans. But, I mean, what an amazing feeling for our players to come out after a 2+ hour delay, and for that place to still be packed. I think 99.9% of schools in the country, if they had a 2.5 hour weather delay, they would come out to a half-empty stadium, and we came out to a packed stadium for pregame warm-ups. It's amazing. I told our players at the hotel to make sure they understand how great our fan base is, and tonight was just another statement about our fan base and how amazing they are. Appreciate our grounds crew. That field looked amazing. It was cool to see the Blanchard logo on there, so thanks again to Boyd and Rozier and the entire Blanchard family, and what Gamecock athletics means to them. Proud to have their name on the field, and then the grounds crew had the field looking amazing. Having said that, a lot that we've got to get better at. Certainly a sloppy first half from an offensive standpoint. I think field position had a big reason for that, not to make excuses, but I think our first 4 drives, we started all 4 of them inside the 20-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. There's no excuse. We've got to be better when we're backed up, but field position was a struggle early on. We weren't very efficient. We know we need to be better. There's a lot to clean up. Proud of the way I told our players at halftime that we'd find out a lot about our offense and our team in the first drive of the second half, because we knew we were getting the ball first, and then they kicked off, and then to have a drive right there to go down the field and get points on that first drive of the second half was huge. We know we need to be a lot better. We can't rely on our defense and special teams to score 3 touchdowns a game like they did tonight. Credit to those guys that our special teams units are weapons right now, and we need to continue them to be better. And but a lot to clean up in all 3 phases. Just sloppy in too many ways. That's on me. I'm accountable. The pre-snap penalties, some of the sloppiness in the fourth quarter when we're trying to finish the game. We just got to be better there. But we won the game. We're 2-0. We get right back to work tomorrow, and we know we have a big challenge against a team that I saw scored 34 unanswered points in Blacksburg tonight to beat Virginia Tech on their home field by over 3 touchdowns. So SEC play opens up quick, and they're on a plane right now flying back to Nashville, and we're here finishing up our game, so we've got to get rest and get back to work early tomorrow morning and get back to work. Injury update, it would be too long to name, guys, so don't even ask. I'll have a better answer for you tomorrow night on the teleconference. It's not good. Obviously, we were down Jalen Kilgore going into the game. Brandon Cisse got hurt early in the game. Our third-team nickel is Jaquel Holman. He got hurt in the first quarter, so we were down to literally our 4th nickel, which kudos to Kelvin Hunter. He came in, and I thought did a really remarkable job. Didn't even think he was going to be playing, and then he's in there. But then he played the rest of the game. But then, we had some, other injuries as it went. Brady Hunt, Josiah Thompson, the DBs. So like I said, I'll have a better answer for you tomorrow night on the teleconference. Questions? Oh, sorry, Hill.
You obviously mentioned being backed up as part of an issue for the offense early on. Were there any other themes that you saw?
Nah, I'll have to look at the tape. Just not very good. Didn't run the ball very efficiently. Didn't throw the ball very efficiently. All 11 out there need to be better, myself included.
Shane, your thoughts on the offensive line performance and getting Shed Surratt in there?
It was good to get Shed in there. He wasn't with us in Atlanta last week, and hard to say. There were some runs that looked like we maybe missed some reads on, but there were certainly some runs that we didn't block very well either, and gotta look at that and certainly be better.
Vicari runs back 2 punts tonight in different, fashion and manner. What was kind of the thing that you saw and how he's been returning punts here these last 2 games?
Yeah, he's just playing with a lot of confidence. Joe D yesterday in our special teams meeting challenged that group that there's only been one team, I think, in the history of college football that's returned a punt for a touchdown in 3 straight games. And that was some guy at Washington like 10, 15 years ago. And he challenged them, let's do it again, tomorrow night. And we didn't just do it once, we did it twice. But then it was awesome to see David Busey get in there and block a punt as well. And that's a weapon. When you saw that from my dad for so many years, when you're a threat to block punts, but you're also a threat to return punts, that puts the punt team in a bind. But Vicari and that whole team, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. I told the team this morning at the hotel in the walkthrough when we were doing our special teams walkthrough that, they've, because of what they did in Atlanta last week, most fan bases, when it's 4th down, the fans get up and go to the bathroom or go to the concession stands or whatever, but not this place. I mean, they've created an identity already where people are going to stay in their seats on 4th down to see what happens. And it was great to see, some of the things we did tonight when South Carolina State punted the ball.
On that second one, do you coach him one? No.
No, that was one of those, what the heck are you doing? Oh, great run, type thing. So what he thought, Jordan, I don't know if he realized that it had been blocked. I think he thought that it was punted and that their guy touched it, which if their guy does touch it, we do teach those guys to pick it up because no matter what, it's going to be our ball. If they touch it, meaning the punt team, that would be an illegal touching even if we fumbled it back. I think that's what he thought happened. Obviously, we've got to coach it better that, we hit it first and now we need to, get away from it and not be around the ball for sure.
Aside from field position, when you guys came out of the half and have 8-play, 65-yard drive, were there things you were seeing on that drive that you didn't see in the first half?
Not necessarily. I thought we protected well and we were efficient making some throws and catches, and not necessarily. I mean, we came in at the half and obviously it hadn't been good enough, so we talked a lot. We always meet, as an offensive and defensive staff at halftime and talked a long time about what we needed to get back to. There were some plays in the first half that we thought were good, that we knew we needed to get back to, that we didn't quite execute the right way in the first half, and really spent a lot of time on what that opening drive was going to look like, and thought, Mike called a nice series, and we did a good job going down the field.
Shane, when you guys have that long of a weather delay and you're not quite sure, when things are going to get going, what are you guys doing behind the scenes to stay ready and make sure your players are staying focused ahead of the game?
Yeah, it was a challenge. Thankfully, we literally had the same scenario in preseason practice on our second preseason scrimmage. We came over here and we got in the locker room. We were dressed. We were ready to go out for the scrimmage, and then it was an absolute monsoon and storm to where the field wasn't even playable. And then we had to go. We waited out the weather delay, thinking that it was going to clear up, and we realized it wasn't going to clear up, and the field was messed up. So we ended up going back over to the indoor facility and having what I thought was definitely the best scrimmage, but one of the best practices we had all preseason camp. So that's what we told our guys in the locker room. I mean, I was coming in there periodically just to check on them, and they kept telling me, hey, man, go see if they want to go play in the indoor, meaning South Carolina State. I'm like, I'm about to that point, guys, because it's getting to be late and spelled when I go to bed. And but it was really just, they were good. It's hard. I mean, it's you don't know. I was sitting there, watching some other games, talking to our players, looking at my phone, just trying to get weather updates, and and wasn't sure we were going to be able to play anytime soon. And then they came in and said, we're rolling here in about 30 minutes. So that was great news to hear. But I thought the players did a good job of, staying engaged and staying ready, and they were certainly excited, which is why we disappointed that we started a little bit slow, because they were certainly, excited. It wasn't like, oh man, here we go. It was, we can't wait to get out there. And we said, can y'all get dressed in 5 minutes? And they were like, yes, sir. And we went and rolled, and just wish we had started a little better.
So what areas do you see as needing the most improvement heading into your game next week against Vanderbilt, seeing how they just recently played against Virginia Tech?
Yeah, they played well, had a great win. I would say every area, offense, defense, and special teams, we need to improve on all of them. And when I'm back in the office in 6 hours and start watching that tape, I'll be able to dial in a little bit better. But certainly, we all need to be better in all three phases for sure.
Hey, Coach. Even with the struggles on offense, like you mentioned, it seems like the defense, no matter what, both weeks, ferocious, swarming to the ball, no matter what it is. What's kind of the mantra that instills that in those guys, no matter who the competition is? That's how they're going to play, is flying to the football.
Yeah, I think that's just, our DNA and how we play, and we talk about it, that we want to play with great effort, and that you may make mistakes, but you can overcome them with great effort. The play that JT Gear got hurt on last week was an unbelievable effort play where he dove and made a play on their sideline, but he actually, not to throw JT under the bus, but he made a mistake on the play, but he actually overcame the mistake with just unbelievable effort and then kept it to a 1 yard gain or whatever it was. And that's the thing, just a mantra defensively is just put the ball down. We got a lot of really good players, and there's a standard that we play with, and it's the standard that we play with on special teams and offense as well. But certainly, really good players, and we're playing a lot of guys. I mean, to be down, like I said, tonight, Judge Collier's already out, your starting corner. Jalen Kilgore's out, your starting nickel. And then you lose Brandon Cisse, your other nickel. Then you lose Jaquel Holman, your other nickel, as well. It gets pretty dicey in there. And then Brady Hunt went out at tight end, but you saw other guys step up on the defense, and that was good to see.
You mentioned needing to get better in many areas. I think, if I remember correctly, you had 2 offensive formation penalties in the first quarter, and then started the second quarter with another. Is that something you can kind of chalk up to delayed start team?
Nah, there's no excuse for that. I mean, that's day one stuff, and that's not good. I mean, there's times we're sitting there trying to draw them off sides, and we flinched. And then we had back-to-back in the fourth quarter, which was disappointing. I mean, I'm getting ready to go for it on fourth down, and we had a false start. We got them to jump off sides, I thought, but then apparently we weren't lined up the right way, and then we punt, and we're not lined up the right way. So that goes back to us as coaches, and starting with me, but certainly that's correctable, but that's disappointing to see, because that's day one stuff too.
I know it's early in the season, but are you concerned right now of not being able to establish the run like you'd like to in the first couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to you, Dick, if I said I'm glad that we came in here and had 36 rushes for 125 yards. That's not good enough.
Shane, Donovan Murph got the start for you guys tonight, had 2 catches tonight. Just what did you see from him?
Yeah, good young player, and all those young receivers are. I mean, I want to say all 7 of them got in tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Gidron was coming back from a little bit of an injury, but those guys are all good young players. Murph got to start, but we're excited about all those guys, and proud of Donovan. He's wise or mature beyond his years, and came in there and did some good things tonight. All right, thank y'all. Get some rest. Talk to y'all tomorrow night. See you Tuesday.